Hey guys, Adam Bailey here from Bailey Fitness, and today we're going to touch on a few points. One of the most common questions I get is, look, I'm doing everything right and I'm just not losing the fat. So we're going to touch on some reasons why this may be the case with you. First and foremost, we just started this 8-week challenge down here at Bailey Fitness, which has always been sort of super successful for us. And the biggest, I suppose, light bulb moment for a lot of people is they just don't really understand how much food is going in terms of energy and how much is coming out. So fat loss is nothing but a balance of food going in and calories being burned. I mean, a calorie is just a unit of energy, so we just need to burn more than what we're consuming, plain and simple. Plain and simple, if it was only that simple. So we should know that, right? I mean, eat less, move more, rocket science. Adam, you've changed the whole face of the fitness industry with one comment. But where we're sort of falling over is we're not tracking those calories. So, and if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. If we don't have an idea of what's going in, how the hell do we know if we're even in this deficit? And sometimes it can come down to just a couple of hundred calories, which sort of muck you up. The general rule of thumb is approximately 3,500 calories is half a kilo of fat. So if we want to lose half a kilo of fat a week, let's say we need to put ourselves in a 500 calorie deficit per day. But if we're not tracking that extra latte for a couple of hundred calories, if we're not tracking that teaspoon of olive oil, if we're not tracking that sauce, we can sort of breach that goal pretty quickly without even knowing. That's when so after a while we think we're doing the right thing, but in essence, there's no deficit at all. Thus, then becomes there's a disbelief that the system actually works. So tracking immaculately is so important. So the next point about the suppose not losing fat, and I know I've fallen into this myself a hell of a lot, is how we take our approach to the week. Monday morning we wake up and we're on the wagon. We've had a big weekend, we've eaten too much, we've drank too much, we've had a little bit too much fun, so this is it. So we bottom out our calories. All right, we eat like we're in poverty for the first 3 days. We train the house down, and then Thursday night we go, stuff this, I need to eat some food, and we overeat. And that's why the body composition changes throughout the week. You might feel your skinniest or you look your best in the mirror on a Friday morning. That's because generally we overeat on the weekend. Now, I'm not saying don't overeat or don't go out with your friends and enjoy yourself, but you have to get an understanding of where you're going, what's going to be happening. If you like to have 6 beers on a Saturday night, that's cool, but the numbers don't change. You just have to chip those calories out of somewhere else during your week. So if you've got a party coming up this weekend, is there a chance that you're going to have 19 espresso martinis and 4 sausage rolls? Well, if that's you, I'd probably get to understanding how dense they are in calories and just chop a little bit out per day. In the days leading up and maybe the first couple of days of the week, of the next week. But the debt doesn't wipe clean. You can't just eat your calories, on Sunday and then just expect to start again, because it just doesn't work like that. So if you're struggling to lose fat, I mean, generally those are the main reasons why. It's not rocket science. No one was ever mugged by a Big Mac. You've never been walking in a back alley and a Big Mac jumps out and says, ram it in you. You guys, we're choosing our food, and we can eat food in moderation and eat bad stuff that tastes good, but it has to come out of somewhere else. And that's my biggest message on fat loss.